Number 1 between Knight and NerdTheBox underway for this bi-weekly losers round 5. Best of luck to both players in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. The VOD was AI generated. King is not real. I mean, could have fooled me. I sat next to the guy at CTWC for qualifying commentary, so could have fooled me if he's AI this whole time. Because I didn't see any unlifelike behavior from him. So we've already introduced the players based off of their bi-weekly 26 journey so far, but let's go ahead and just introduce the players in general. Starting off on our left-hand side, our seed number 2 with a NTSC PB of 4,827,960. She is a hybrid player out of Canada, but looks like she's rolling at the moment. Current rank of 7th on the Classic Tetris Premier Poll, which is done by event hosts, organizers, and journalists, whatever that means. It's Heyo Knight. And on the right-hand side, seed number 13 with a NTSC PB according to the bot of 1,190,920. Hyper Tapper out of parts unknown. A Anydas and TAS extraordinaire. Known for pretty much all of his accolades, pretty much in any aspect, are known for anything outside of the normal bounds of the game. It is NerdTheBox. Nerd mains DAS now? Okay. The bot says hyper tap, so NerdTheBox is going to need to change that. Because I don't know what every single player who's ever played Tetris's playstyle is. I'm just trusting classic Tetris bot, so. 192 for Knight, 197 for NerdTheBox early on. For Knight, this is her first appearance in a Classic Tetris bi-weekly event of any sort of caliber. Hasn't competed in one before, so it is good to see a new face, especially a top player, one that is, of course, in top 10 in Premier Poll, top 20 in ELO. I think top 20 in ELO, or am I misremembering that? Yeah, top 20 in ELO, 19th in V4 ELO. It is mandatory for every restreamer to know every little speck of a Tetris player's life. Yeah, I mean, one of the most popular clips on this very channel is me talking about just that very topic, about how it is my duty as a restreamer to know every single aspect of every single player who's ever lived, even retired players, their age, their location, what their favorite food is, where they grew up, and, you know, who bullied them in school. I need to know all of that information. And also information I need to know is that Knight was in a bit of trouble, but did get out of it, and she will get a Tetris to maintain the lead. Yeah, because like someone was like saying, "Hey Adam, how do you not know how old this person is?" And I was like, "Why would I need to know that information for my TNP division?" What's your address? You forgot it. Let me quickly consult my database. 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C. is your address. Lukenze. 410 for Knight, 347 for NerdTheBox. Nice Vits there for Knight. Gonna have the Aki bar, dirty Aki bar, in fact. And now set up on row 4. So Knight just waiting for the Tetris. Really now waiting for the Tetris. Has to keep that well open, but Knight's in trouble. Where's the bar for Knight? Oh god, she's still alive, but hangs the J! And that's going to be a top out at 413 for Knight. NerdTheBox is in a chase down. Target is going to be 414. A Tetris will do it. NerdTheBox is currently going through that same drought. But board is looking much nicer. NerdTheBox is clean. And Nerd will get the Tetris that Knight was craving for 23. NerdTheBox will take game 1. It seems like every top player who's been playing on this stream recently has just been completely cursed. I think we're still suffering from the Kingsman effect right here. I think we're really still suffering from some Kingsman effect going on. But no, that was an unfortunate try. There was nothing more Knight could have done there. Ready from both players. Let's go ahead and get game number 2 underway. Best of luck to both players in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Don't you want to go to Stockholm? Yeah. I mean, thankfully, none of these players went to Stockholm today. They did show up for their match. But that is funny how we have made this a thing now, that no showing is going to Stockholm. You can thank Exidy for that. I've not made an Exidy. Have I made a Stockholm command? I think I have. Yes. I'm probably gonna flesh it out because I think like Danny made it or something. I don't know. Oh, misdrop there for NerdTheBox early on. And now Nerd trying to clean this up here, but oh, that's a bad misdrop of the J piece there for Knight. Knight will get the bar over, but both players already in a bit of peril to begin this game 2. Knight's got the board in a better situation. Nerd also a bit lower and a bit cleaner now. Nice burns here from Knight. And she will get the well back open. Oh, NerdTheBox. Nerd's in trouble, and that's going to be it for Nerd at 42k. So that is a bit of a gift exchange. Knight will take game 2. And man, these pieces have been rough to the players. It's fine. It's warm-up. It's warm-up. Warm-up is finished. Warm-up is done. It's just a best-of-3 match. It's okay. Yeah, W gift exchange. Wholesome players right here. Nerd and Knight are ready and on the same seed, 18291B. So let's go ahead and get game number 3 underway in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So both players now will be hoping that game 3. Can people hear Adam? The volume turned off for me. Yeah, can you hear me? Hello? I mean, I just wasn't speaking because it's the beginning of the game and there's not that much to say. I wasn't speaking for the first 15. I usually just stay quiet for the first 10 to 15 lines because there's not really much to say, because especially with players of this caliber, there shouldn't be much to say because they're just opening and just beginning here. But now that we're at 25 lines in, it is now the time to talk. 160 for Knight, 100 for NerdTheBox. Well, it's a mic that I spent quite a bit of money on. It's a HyperX Quadcast mic, so I would hope that it would block out ambient noise, especially because my room isn't that loud. Like, my computer fans are fairly quiet because it's a bit overkill. And It's a fairly nice, sound isolated room. I got some like acoustic pads all around, so I would hope that there's not a lot of ambient noise in the background. Tetris for Knight to go up to 230. NerdTheBox is on 150. Knight, of course, competed in the 2025 Classic Tetris World Championship, got to the top 32. Lost out to Meme in the top 32, went on to get all the way to the finals. Knight also finished in the top 8 of the most recent one-day tournament, as well as in No Cap November. She also finished in the top 8. Although that is all yet to finish, but Knight went out to Alex T, who is to play Blue Scooty. 324 for Knight, 246 for NerdTheBox. You have to watch most of CTM streams nowadays on mute. There's some weird clunking noise that started in late October and it keeps happening. Yeah, I think I heard Vandy was looking into that. I think he's been made aware of that and he's trying to look into what's going on. I think it's like something with his mic. But if you mention it, you get yelled at. I don't think it's because you mention it that he yells it. I think it's just because he's heard it a lot. Because I've seen it be mentioned quite a lot in these streams. I think he's working on it, but you know, you can't just like magically spawn a new mic out of nowhere or like whatever. Knight's on 442, Nerd 323. We're about 80 lines in. Knight ahead by 5 Tetrises. But both boards are clean, and both players will slam down another Tetris. But Knight able to keep this board nice and high. Without being any real peril with the stack, because I mean that's what rolling can do, especially compared to Nerd's DAS. I mean, unfortunately, if this was an Any DAS tournament, then of course Nerd would be able to compete in terms of the board height. But Nerd is a very good stacker anyway, and a very efficient one at that. But Knight is on some killer pace right now. 560, line 113. NerdTheBox on 422 at 109. Ooh, misdrop of that T piece there for Knight. Shouldn't be fatal, but will just be a bit of a hindrance to deal with. Does have a tried to go for a T spin there. He's going to put the bar down. And Knight will go in at 615 into level 19 here. Nerd is 6 lines away. I can't imagine that Vandy was genuinely upset at that. Either Vandy was being sarcastic, like he always is, or you must have said it in a way that would upset him. Because, I mean, I don't know. I don't watch it on YouTube, but not my place to say. Knight at 698, Nerd 515. There is a 9-line deficit, but Knight is clearly ahead in terms of pace and real-time score here. 210,000 points clear, and still continuing to put on killer pace and aggression through 19 speeds here. Yeah, I don't ever really hear anything. I haven't noticed anything unusual about the audio recently. I wasn't hearing any clunking or whatever, so Knight now in a bit of a dig here. This could allow NerdTheBox to get a avenue back into this game, but digs can be formed and cleared in just a matter of seconds, so Nerd is going to really have to start getting some Tetrises down here, but Knight won't be out of this anytime soon, I think. It'll be about a fair amount of burns here, but Knight is starting to get through it. But NerdTheBox now in a bit of trouble. 568 to 809, so Nerd has brought that to 240k, but can't add to it. And tops out at 568, so Knight is going to take game number 3 here on 8-12 on level 25. GG's. Your headphones disconnected slightly. Fixed now. No, Nerd. You should have doubled down. You should have blamed me. You should have said it's adamirish's fault. You know? That would have been the correct thing to do. It's never your equipment. It's the guy who's streaming. Adamirish, why did you break your headphones? Because sometimes people need to be brought down who are better than me at something. I need to bring them down a peg so they're at my level. And by breaking your headphones, that's exactly what I accomplished, NerdTheBox. Both players ready. It's game 4. Knight is 1 game away from the loser's top 8. NerdTheBox needs this to stay alive in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. The game I was mentioning how this is Knight's Plastic Tetris Bi-Weekly debut. NerdTheBox has competed in 1 bi-weekly before. That was bi-weekly 25, where NerdTheBox made it all the way to the semifinals of the A bracket. Went out to eventual winner Jati in a decider. I mean, it was a pretty decent performance in terms of NerdTheBox there. Qualified with a 967 average, FMS of 520. And that was with DAS as well. So, I mean, 520 with DAS, that is no easy feat. Qualified into this tournament with a seed 13 and 940. Knight leads early on, 173, but NerdTheBox is going to tie things up. Also 173 with that Tetris. It's a Tetris here for Knight, so Tetris lead is restored to a Tetris and a single. Or Tetris and half a single, actually. Oh, just a combo, the 3 worst pieces to get in a situation like that for Knight. Needed an S and got a Z and an L piece as well. Just all the worst pieces to have there, but does have a row 2 set up now. Going for a T-spin. But now it's to close off the well, and these are just some bad pieces here for Knight. She's trying to do what she can with them. But all this will do is allow NerdTheBox to actually find an avenue in. But Knight gets the well back open, and she will get a Tetris. And she was like, right there, just finally Finally getting that piece. Apparently, if you're a roller, you can do ridiculous setups and get away with it. I mean, it's just you get more real estate with it. Oh, that's a unfortunate long bar misdrop there for NerdTheBox. That is a long diving board. I mean, it's a diving board, but you don't get a lot of like actual height on a diving board. It's like a kiddie diving board that you'd see on like the side of like a motel pool. That's what NerdTheBox had there, right? Knight still leads, 289. NerdTheBox 270. Knight is up high again. And we'll get another Tetris. Just Knight continuing to just get hellish pieces and somehow making something out of it. It's like giving a chef just the most bare bone ingredients and an oven that doesn't work and like a fire that's burnt out and still come back with a 5-star dish. Tetris for Knight. Speaking of chefs and cooking, I would say definitely, like, I don't watch a lot of TV and stuff, but a guilty pleasure, like a just unashamed guilty pleasure of mine is like cooking shows, like Gordon Ramsay cooking shows. Like they are just like bottom of the barrel reality TV slop a lot of the time. Like it's just the sloppiest of slop, but it's still just so entertaining. Just hearing the funny British guy saying it's raw to a bunch of like children or chefs or like home cooks or whatever. It's so funny in like the most absurd way. $502 per night, $396 for NerdTheBox. Best viewers? No, I want the worst viewers, actually. I want the worst of the worst when it comes to my viewers. I want viewers that like are going to make the Tetris community single-handedly the most toxic place on earth. That's the viewers I want. I don't want the best viewers. $581 for Night, $513 for NerdTheBox. Players now in level 22 and 20 respectively. Knight with a 140,000 point lead, but is about 20 lines ahead of Nerd right now. You like Hell's Kitchen? I like Hell's Kitchen. I couldn't say what like my favorite Ramsay show is. It's probably a toss-up between Hell's Kitchen or Kitchen Nightmares as well. I like MasterChef as well, but MasterChef, like after season 8, 9, just the show went downhill after they brought Joe back. For me, to be honest. 807 for Night, 685 for NerdTheBox. Where's the lamb sauce? Where's the long bar? We need Gordon Ramsay Tetris commentary. We need someone to do that. I can't score any Tetrises without the long bar. This board is raw. 941 for Night, 701 for NerdTheBox. Knight ahead by 240,000 points here, trying to put this out of reach. I mean, Nerd can still mathematically catch up here, but time really running out and is going to have to probably hope for Knight to mess up somewhere now, as Knight will get a max out in 27. So now this is going to be asking a lot out of NerdTheBox here. Tetris Knight, A45. Now, mind you, Knight has a 4 million PB, so it's safe to say can play some 29, I would say, maybe. And looking for the 1.1 into 29. We'll get it. B18. Yeah, just a tiny bit of 29, you know? B23 for Knight, 791 for Nerd. And the score bug has broken because it thinks the B is an 8. But the lead, add 300,000 to whatever Knight has in terms of the score difference. It's about a 310,000 point lead for Knight here. It's okay, Nerd can catch that. All right, just get 300k with Das on 29. It's all good. But Nerd's having a good game here. I mean, 837 is not bad at all. We'll go in at 873, taking a couple burns. All right, and yeah, I mean, what can Nerd really do there? Tops out at 875. A good effort for sure, but Knight just relentless here with a C67 to take game 4 and win the set 3-1. So Knight is going to advance to the losers top 8 and has a lot of potential opponents here. Can face off against one of either in order of round. Either Snowy, K Lovelace, Damon, Jati, who won the last bi-weekly, and Firedox. So those are all the potential opponents that Knight could have as she's still going here. E53. E97, are we going to see a rollover? Mind you, my score bug only goes up to a rollover in terms of the highest score it can calculate. F13 here for Knight. Cleaning this up nicely, but a missed drop of that J piece. No, not going to happen, but an F34. Incredible stuff there from Knight. GG's. That's definitely going to be good for FMS, that. NerdTheBox, still good effort, 875.